Once upon a time, I was a big fan of The Boys. The first 2 seasons on Amazon Prime offered loads of diabolical fun, with a variety of insane moments, bloody kills, and hilarious dialogue. At the start, in episode 1, you're on the side of Huey and his ragtag team, following the death of his girlfriend by the asshole known as A-Train, member of Vault 7. From there, you continue learning about just how terrible superheroes are in this world, as opposed to how they're portrayed in front of cameras. Once you learn more and more, all you want is the boys, led by Billy Butcher, to get revenge on the people responsible for their pain and suffering. It's a great setup. The show did a good job of crafting villains we hate with a passion. Everything pretty much works for me in the first 2 seasons. And best of all, it doesn't bash you over the head with political undertones. Then season 3 came out, and well, things felt different. Yeah, unlike seasons 1 and 2, season 3 makes it blatantly obvious they are mocking Donald Trump and conservatives, alienating half of the fan base in the process. Now, there may be some political undertones from the get-go. I'm sure Eric Kripke envisioned Homelander as a Trump parallel in seasons 1 and 2, but it wasn't totally transparent. He didn't write much dialogue for Homelander that reminded me of something Donald Trump would say. However, season 3 and now season 4 go all in on mocking Donald Trump through the Homelander character, and simply put, I find it distracting. What I want is great storytelling. I really don't care what your political beliefs are. I just hate when movies and shows tell you how they feel about Trump. The media is already oversaturated with Trump hate, and so putting more of that into TV and film gets very tiresome. A few of the most egregious examples of Trump parallels in The Boys include the following. Homelander will say a variety of similar things to what Donald Trump has said in real life, like this sequence for instance in season 3.
Your job is to report facts, not attack us when we sit here and tell you the truth. The American people, they know. They know when someone's telling them facts, and they know when the media is lying to them.
There's also a moment in which Homelander literally says the words fake news. And if those words don't remind you of Donald Trump, you've been living under a rock the last 8 years. To top it all off, at the end of season 3, we have this scene where it's clear as day, Homelander's supporters are supposed to be equivalent to that of Donald Trump's. Then an anti-fascist supporter yells out, "F you fascists," at Homelander, and we even hear someone in the background scream libtard. So if it wasn't already blatantly obvious what the show's agenda is, making out the right wing and Donald Trump as the real life bad guys, this scene cements that. Quick side note, I can't believe people are getting angry about this now. People are review bombing season 4 for reasons like this. But did they not pay attention to the things Homelander said in season 3? I'm astonished that season didn't get review bombed as well by the same people. But let me say this, I don't have a problem with making jokes about Donald Trump. He's been a huge part of politics the last decade, and The Boys is a satire that makes fun of political figures. But I do have a problem with the show's decision not to make fun of the left as well. I mean, our current president is Joe Biden, and as far as I'm concerned, most people in America dislike him. He's always caught in broad daylight falling asleep on camera, plus his inability to form a sentence correctly, and the fact that his dementia is starting to take over for the world to see, gives The Boys writers gold. There's zero reason not to implement a character who parallels Joe Biden, unless Eric Kripke is so hell-bent on making Donald Trump look like an evil dictator that he absolutely refuses to mock Joe Biden. It's a big-time missed opportunity. Kripke himself doesn't seem to care about critics of his biased politics though, stating, "Go watch something else" to those who are unhappy with The Boys. This man has followed the same footsteps as late-night hosts Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, who are shills for the Democratic Party and refuse to make jokes about Joe Biden. It's pathetic. So at this point, I'm kind of over getting bashed on the head with the Trump dialogue in The Boys. We get it, they don't like him, but you don't have to constantly remind us. It'd be much better if their parallels were subtle, and if they made fun of the left too just as much. Unfortunately though, that's not at all the case. In fact, it doesn't end with the Trump Homelander stuff either. There's a scene in season 3 where a superhero keeps patrolling black neighborhoods, and many of the civilians alongside A-Train think he's a racist. So of course, The Boys in this scene mocks conservatives again who are pro all lives matter. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't watched any of season 4 yet, but from the clips I've seen, The Boys writers haven't taken their foot off the pedal when it comes to mocking Trump supporters. I may watch it eventually if people say the storytelling is at least good, but I'm not gonna bother if what made The Boys so good in the first place is absent in the new season. Funny enough, with all this back and forth arguing going on between Trump supporters and The Boys creators, Dennis Quaid, father of The Boys main character Huey, portrayed by Jack Quaid, announced on Piers Morgan recently that he's voting for Trump this year. I bet you Jack told Eric Kripke that his father's views don't represent him, just so he wouldn't get cut from the show. Again, I don't have a problem with making jokes about Trump, I just wish the show would make fun of both sides equally. Imagine how good the humor would be if Kripke created a character identical to Joe Biden or Barack Obama. I mean, mocking them would be just as funny as mocking Trump, so you gotta even the playing field. But his agenda is clear. He has no plans on shining negative light on the liberals, and prefers the show be about how awful of a person and political figure Donald Trump is. As mentioned, it's a big missed opportunity, and I'll admit, I still had a great time with the first 3 seasons, but I don't really feel like watching season 4 if a majority of the dialogue is just mocking conservatives. It's a little lazy, and nowadays, that tactic is oversaturated in the media/Hollywood industry, which we all know is far left-leaning. So what do you guys think? Does it bother you that The Boys only mocks Trump instead of liberals too? And do you think there's a chance Kripke will write a character that mocks Joe Biden in season 5 maybe? Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comments on this topic. Anyway guys, thank you all so much as always for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks again, and I'll catch you later this week. See you then.